Hey everyone, it is Thursday and we are here. Thank y'all for rocking with me every day. That we are on this lockdown journey. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Hey, Ursula. So today we're going to be talking to Trent Simmons, makeup surgeon, who is a celebrity hairstylist and a celebrity makeup artist. And he's also a on-set does film and TV. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here. I've been watching. My sister just put me on to Married at First Sight. Do y'all watch that? This is just all fascinating to me that that happens like that. Okay, Trent just popped on. Boom, boom. Yeah, I don't know if that's something I can do. Okay, it says waiting on you, Trent. Let's see what's happening. I hope IG is not acting up. Am I working tomorrow? No, I am not. My Chavis, I know you would. I couldn't do Married at First Sight. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna say yes. I'm not gonna say no. I mean that wouldn't be my thing in the beginning, but I think it's really interesting. Why is it taking so long? Okay, I'm gonna cancel it and redo it. Let's see. Boom. And there we go. Connected. Ooh,
Derek,
you better have a background. Where you in Paris?
well, you know I'm in Paris. You know I'm in Paris. I just took a little time to do it.
Yes, you better be in Paris, sonny, right outside the Eiffel Tower.
How you doing, Derek?
Hey, Trent, how are you?
I'm doing good.
How are you doing during this lockdown? Are you taking this time to relax and regroup and?
Well, you know what? I really needed some rest. See, you got to watch what you say. I was telling one of my friends, said, listen, I'm so tired because you know how the shows have us. I ain't got to tell you 16, right. 17, 18 hours. I said, I think I'm gonna chill out to around June. I'm just not gonna take nothing. But I didn't mean like this.
I mean, well, at least you can get some unemployment.
There you go. You know what? It ain't hit my account today. I'm so mad about it. I don't know what to do.
Well, I finally got mine today. It took a month to come, but I finally got it.
And I'm happy to have it. I'm trying to see how to look at things if I won't be looking weird.
You got to come up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, we want to get the tower. We want to make sure we see that tower.
You see the Eiffel Tower? They said no traveling, so I got stuck in Paris.
So Trent, well, I've known Trent. I knew of Trent, but we got to really meet doing Born Again Version, working together, and that's when I also met Tanya, who I talked to earlier this week. But and once I was saying to Tanya, I learned a lot from y'all because y'all had already worked on sets. And y'all came on this show. I was like, what kind of shit show is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I told Tanya, you guys were so willing to teach, willing to share. It wasn't a thing of we know this, y'all don't know, and we're not gonna tell y'all no information. Y'all kept it very honest. Y'all kept it very real. Y'all was like, no, this is what y'all supposed to be doing. This is not what you're supposed to be doing. The NDB and all that kind of stuff. He was like, no, sweetie, y'all we're supposed to get this. So
because they were trying to get over. But you know what? Luckily, you know, I didn't mind showing nobody or telling somebody because no one showed me. They just threw me in the ring and say go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever I learned, I had to learn it on my own. You know, so they were setting me up to fail. So anybody I see come along, I got to make sure that they know what I think I should be knowing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where your cocktail at?
I'm about to make it right now because what's up? I'm about to. I was watching. Do you watch Married at First Sight?
No.
I was just watching it and I lost track of time because it's absolutely crazy. It's like these people don't even know each other. And they get married and then they gotta like live together. It's
well,
absolutely
listen,
nuts.
we do it all the time in this lifestyle. No worries.
But that is true. But so why I'm gonna ask you this question. When I ask you this question, you can answer it. Why I make my drink.
Okay.
So where did you start at in your industry to get to where you are? So were you a freelance makeup artist, or were you like where did that start at?
Working at Mac.
Okay, keep on.
Mac,
I'm listening to you.
Okay, Mac is where I initially started at. In Memphis, Tennessee. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. If anybody didn't know, and I moved here to work at Mac and ended up working at the Mac store. And this kind of work was taboo. No one really knew how to get in. And everybody was like, oh, you should work on set. You should work on set. But how we get there? That's the problem. Nobody knew, right? So by chance, this young lady came in my store and she was like, can you do my makeup? I got a photo shoot. I don't have no money. I said, well, sit down. I'm gonna do your money. I'm gonna do your makeup anyway. Mm-hmm. So I did her makeup. And that's why you have to be nice to people. And because relationships is what sustain you in this business, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing else. You don't even have to have talent for real. The right relationships will sustain you in this business. Mm-hmm. So I did this girl makeup. She goes to the photographer. She come back and said, well, my photographer wants to meet you. I said, cool. I started doing work with him, right? Then he said, come here. I got a job for you. Angie Stone's shooting her album cover, and I want you to do the makeup. Get there, do her makeup for that. Don't hear from Angie Stone for a while. Then she called me out of the blue one day and said, hey, I got some people I want you to meet. It was people who already been working in the hair and makeup business, mm-hmm. who had done her makeup when she was on Fighting Temptation. So I meet these people and they said, well, we work on the game and we're going to bring you in to try you out and work in background. And the rest been history. I've been working on it ever since. But there was just a chance that, what if I didn't want to do that girl makeup and say, oh, baby, you got about $50 worth of product, or, you know, it was so many people, you go to Mac stores, so they don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to do this. I did it because I was ready to get out there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I can ask you this question because everybody I kind of treaded around this question with, but I think I could be more candid with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm finally joined the union. I'm part of 798, all that good stuff. Right?
Congratulations. Did you
Thank you very much. But with that being,
blood?
Basically. but with that being said,
uh-huh.
I personally feel like 798 does not, well, the union group does not take kindly to us freelance people that came into the world. You know, because when I talk to like Latasha Wright, that's in 798, or Jeremy is just now moving along in it. But when Jeremy got in, myself or other, like when I talked to Oscar James, and you know, they're being like, no, child, we ain't trying to hire you. We know you good. You stay over there in your lane. Let's stay over here in our lane. So it's trying to find that balance of, I don't want to be begging you to go to work, like, you know what I'm saying, but if I feel like if you make a commitment to join 798, you're already putting you're telling people this is what I want to do. So my thing is, it's like, what is the tension in that world between people that come out the celebrity driven world trying to get into that go into the TV film world?
That's a great question, Derek. Okay, imagine loving something and being a part of something so long. Mm-hmm. Imagine the blood, sweat, and tears some of them put into the business, right? Mm-hmm. And then they'll look at you or somebody like me who come off of freelance and then say, well, you haven't paid your dues. You haven't been through what I've been through to be on set. And listen, because in my journey has been different. Like, you know how a lot of people come straight in and when they come into the union, they do background. Mm-hmm. And they do background for so long, then they finally go on a trailer. That mm-hmm. wasn't my journey. My first show was background. After that, I was in the trailer from then on. I did very few background stuff. So they all looked at me Like, who do you think you are? You know what I'm saying? And I went in the union for a long time because they kept turning me down. I got turned down twice. I got in on the third time. And I just said, forget it. I surrendered it. If it happened to do it, and if it happened, it don't. But it's just like almost like when Tyra came into business and Naomi said, well, I walked through doors that you couldn't imagine. And I knocked down barriers that you couldn't even imagine. And here you come, think you're just going to walk down this runway and get as much shine as I get. You know, it's like a crab and a bear mentality. It's sad. It's sad to watch. But you will meet the right people. You will be aligned with the right people. So one thing I had to take out of the equation is I always thought I had to look to people for jobs. The first lady who brought me in, she wasn't that nice to me because when I came in, Brandy wanted me to do her makeup for the game. I was the third on the show. She didn't see too kindly to that because they have this superiority, you know what I'm saying? Or there's this hierarchy thing where they're here and we're here. You know what I'm saying? How dare you come in here and someone wants you to do them instead of me doing them? So they wasn't that nice to me, you know. So it was very disheartening. There were many days I sat in my car and a big old man like me just crying in my car, listening to gospel music, trying to get through a day. Like a lot of people look at this like it's so much glamour, but they don't know what we go through just to get an actor to set. You know what I'm saying? You know, walking into a trailer with somebody who doesn't like you for no reason other than you do a good job. You know, and they make it hard for you, and then and every day you got to go through this. It's almost like hazing, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But only the strong are surviving this. You know, so if you don't have a strong mentality, if you don't have some kind of protection or shield around you, then you're not going to make it in this business because it's not for the faint at heart. You know, it's hard. It's hard work because the makeup is, and I'm sure you would agree, the hair is the easy part.
That's the easy part of it.
That's the easy part. You know, when you're dealing with producers, when you're dealing with, sometimes productions are not professional. They don't know what's going on from day to day, and they expect you. And what a lot of people don't know, they blame everything on hair and makeup. We the fall.
Everything.
Guy. You know, so, and they always look at us like we stupid, but it be them, you know. But we take the fall for everything. But it's a hard business. You got to be very dedicated to this to even, you know what I'm saying, sustain in here. Because it's more than about makeup. You know,
it's so crazy. It's so crazy because I say all the time, when you get to the thing, you be like, didn't y'all say the camera was broke? The camera. Yeah. So how was that hair and makeup fault that the camera broke? Like what?
The whole set can fall down. Hair and makeup took 10 extra minutes. How we make it fall? You know? And I tell everybody who tries to get in this business, I say it's not as easy as you think it is. You know, if there's a way, you know, I can help people, I do. I reach out to people. Like, you know, it's almost like a cult, if you will.
Yeah, I said it to Tanya, and she was like, it's not a cult. I'm like, it's a cult.
Almost in a way. So they only want you to deal with just this amount of people. It's so many talented people. I heard someone gave me a chance. I just did Coming to America too, and we had some big days, and they allowed me to. I keyed that project. My boss lady, her name is Merce Arsenault. Really great makeup artist. She said, Trent, I need you to bring me some people in. We got these days, and these people got to look. Wait till y'all see the movie. It's going to be amazing, right? I said, well, I'm about to hire some non-union people, too. She said, okay, cool. I called the union. Hey, Rosemary, I'm about to hire these people. She said, well, send me a list of people. I sent her a list. That day, it was like 19 makeup artists, man. It was Latasha Wright. It was
Chris. No.
It was all of these people.
Yeah, they all talk. I would say this. I got so many phone calls about it, talking about you in real life, because they were just like, I'm just so happy Trent gave me an opportunity to come in and work.
Yeah, because they don't won't nobody give them a chance because they've been having clientele, but they don't know how clientele work. We're in an oversaturated business right now. Because I work with one artist don't mean she ain't got nobody else she work with too. It's not like I'm running around with Beyonce everywhere she goes. You know what I'm saying? I'll make that check. So that's why I was trying to reach out to those people. Like, come on, get this check, get this check, get this check. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully one day they may want to join, or if they don't, some people, this ain't for everybody. I like them to see. Like no one sees us sitting on set all day long. You know, no one sees when an actor gets a little irate, when she can't sit down, she can't have her way, or she getting crazy at the end of the day, or whatever pill she took and wore off. You know, you have to deal with this person. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that. Sometimes I come home, man, I'm so drained. Like I be like, the weight of everything is on me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like these people have wore me out. And listen, I didn't wish Corona, but I said, Lord, please, I just want to be off to June. You know what I'm saying?
You said, just give me a break.
It wasn't my fault, y'all. It wasn't my fault.
So how do you juggle? Because, well, one, I commend you, and I commend a person like who you work with, Yolanda Adams, because you know these artists jump around all the time. So to be able to have an artist that stick with you when they have something, and it's like, I want to use this person. So one, how do you juggle doing other people out amongst being on a production? And how do you be able to stay? How are you able to keep, you know, one person for so long? Like the girls of these days are not, those girls don't exist no more.
Yeah, the days of people taking you everywhere is gone, because we had, like I said, it's oversaturated, number one. And so many people are willing to do it for a little bit of nothing to undercut you, right? So I keep myself open for Yolanda Adams. If I'm working on a production, I make sure that you got to have a good boss too. You know, sometimes they get really iffy and jealous. You know, they're like, well, no, they're like, you can't do nothing, like you're a slave to this one project, you know? But I make sure that I can make time, you know, like, hey, listen, I'm going to put somebody in my place for today, but I got to go here. I want to go to the Grammys. I want to go to the Super Bowl. I'm going to these places. You know what I'm saying? It's not a question. I'm going. Because when this show is over, I still need Yolanda. You know what I'm saying? To go some other places too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. So I make sure that's how I juggle it. And I'll be honest up front. Listen, I got this client I work with. There are going to be some times when I need to call out. I bring some, and that's why we keep a continuity book. And I get an artist in there. They can look at the picture and they can mimic the picture. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I keep that
just
going.
Plain and simple.
That's it. That's it.
So now I will say, because you came out of the Mac world, and you know you go in there. So do you stay up on the trends? Because a lot of makeup artists that I work with, luckily on the production I work with, me and Jada Nell work together all the time, and she works outside of production. But when I work on projects with people that don't work outside of production, and you look at their makeup, you be like, do y'all still do that? Like, is that supposed to still be like? So do you?
Let me tell you
something.
something.
Stay current and fresh and be able to bring that to a show?
And let me tell you something. That's a great question, because this is the problem with the older generation of people who's been in the business. But you'll hear people, you're going to trailer with them and say, I've been in the business 25, 30 years. And they look at us like, you know, you try to catch up with that. But the thing is, they've been in this world. They've been in this world of this that's on. One lady told me, I've been doing the makeup the same way for 25 years. I don't want to do makeup the same way for 25 years. And you got to change with the times. And even if you don't get a chance to do it, because, you know, on some shows, you don't get a chance to flex your muscle with your gift. You got to do what the character entails. This character may be a homeless woman, or somebody who lost everything, or just a regular smuggler lady. You can't put a beat on her. You know, you got to make sure you keep it in the guidelines of the character that they see, you know, because that's what they want. But I watch a lot of YouTube. I am a YouTube fanatic. I want to know what they're doing. I want to know how they do. I want to know the newest products they're using. Anything come out, I make sure I go to Sephora and play with it. I make sure I at least get a sample so I can see how it work on my actor, see how it work. I never want to be left in the dust. But first of all, I started in drag makeup. Drag makeup was my first thing. I was known in drag makeup. I couldn't do a regular lady's makeup without putting her in a beat, right? Then when I got a job at Mac, it taught me how to pull back, and it taught me how to fine tune what I needed to fine tune to make sure that I can work on a set. You know what I'm saying? So what they're doing now is women are getting in drag.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I learned that first,
Mm-hmm.
but I had to learn how to pull it back. They want the cut crease. They want, the contour, the highlights, the bacon. That's drag.
Mm-hmm.
That's drag. Just up to date drag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I stay current like that. I know if I need to go to my bag of tricks, I will. But then the hardest thing for me was doing a simple face to make it look like she ain't hardly got anything on. Because I want to beat. I want to go in there and carve out a face. I want to, hey, Siobhan Scott, what's up, Talia? I want to carve her out and make her look like a new creature. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
You can't do that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I watch a lot. I'm trying to start a YouTube channel.
Why are you trying? Just start it.
What I'm about to. I'm getting all my equipment. In my head, I think I need all this equipment and stuff.
You don't.
I'm thinking like, hey, I need this. I need
this
that.
Gonna be
I want to make sure I can go to Paris when I want to.
Right, I'm gonna rip this video and give it to you. This could be your first video you'll make up on your YouTube channel. And there you go.
Send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to me.
Now, because they're allowing, because now actors can be anybody now.
Yes.
What is your have you had an instance where you have to convince the actor, mostly like reality stars or music artists or something of that nature? It's like, you're here to play a character. You're not here to be you. So how does that work? How does that conversation work for you? And how do you handle those type of situations?
Well, and excuse me, that's another great. We got some great questions today.
Yeah, son, I'm a good interviewer.
But I told you needed your own show.
I'm working on it.
I've been told you that. Like when we were working on Born Again Virgin, like, hey man, your voice and everything, it's for it. But that's a hard thing to do sometimes, because a lot of times with these newer actors who don't have the training of older actors or people who've been in the business a long time, they can't see anything past who they are. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not bashing her because I love this lady so much. King of Maya. She likes a beat. Mama's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? She likes a beat. And on Star, when we did Star, they wanted her as simple as she could be. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want eyeshadow. They didn't want all this highlight contour. Simple fish, right? She's coming. You're gonna give me more than this. I'm not getting up until you do this. And I was like, listen, this is the character. This is not King of Maya. This is Cotton. Cotton doesn't look like King of Maya. You know what I'm saying? And we used to, it would be like pulling teeth sometimes, but you'll end up coming to a happy medium. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, what if I get a little wing liner, or I still get this kind of lash? I said, cool, let's work on this. And then, and I asked, the people who's in charge, what do you think about that? They said, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about having a conversation and coming to a happy medium. You know what I'm saying? Because people have different insecurities that they possess. So certain things they want to make sure it's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
They're just trying to help find that happy medium with the people.
Because a lot of people won't get out your chair unless they're happy. They'll go do it themselves. Because she know how to be their own face.
Right.
But let me tell you who was good with that. Miss Lawrence. Miss Lawrence didn't care about being Miss Lawrence. I'm Bruce right now, Miss Bruce, and give me the black liner around my mouth, giving me my gold tooth, totally in character. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a newer generation of people coming through, and unfortunately, they don't get the kind of training that, or they don't have to go through the type of hoops that other actors have to come through, because we have so many outlets now. We have social media makes you famous. Social media is a big tool. You know what I'm saying? So they coming in at a different route, if that makes sense. And that's how they feel about us, Derek. We came in a different route. And we didn't have to stand outside the trailer and knock on the door and ask, could we come in? We didn't have to run up and down the street for them and lose our mind. We came in I came in with actors in my chair. First team. You know what I'm saying? And some people front that. Some people, let me tell you something. Some people don't call me to this day for that. They won't call me to work on their shows. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like I got it a little too easy when I came in. But that's their problem because I don't think man gives me a job. I think God used them as a vessel to call me. So I never, let me tell you what I did one time. I'll tell you about the first lady who brought me in. She treated me so mean, but I had to take so much from her. And I remember doing Brandy's makeup, and Brandy said, "Why do you think you need her so much?" I said, "Because she takes me to different jobs." I said, "So I just have to, I have to play nice. I have to be this person." She said, "You don't need her." She said, "You have talent." She said, "They're going to see it, and you're going to continue to work." And this was the game back in 2012 when she told me that. I've been working ever since, nonstop. You know what I'm saying? Because when they feel intimidated by you, then they'll tell their lies on you. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll tell their friends who've been in the business longer than them, don't bring him in. Don't bring him because they. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Let me tell you who do it the most. It's us.
Yeah.
Because I've been on sets with the others, and they can hate each other, but they still gonna bring them in there and get their money before they bring us in. You know what I'm saying? And if we adopt that same attitude, you know what I'm saying?
We'll all be working.
We could dominate this business. Who can do it better than us?
That's true.
Because when we go to set, right? Derek, you know this for yourself. You gotta know how to do white and black hair.
Yes.
Right? They'll hire somebody in to do somebody black. They ain't got to deal with that. I ain't dealing with that. But we got to know how to do both. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy part about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we could really dominate this thing.
If everybody kind of work together.
Yeah. When I first came in, I had a few young ladies telling me, "You'll never get in a union." I said, "Well, I'll still be working." You know, they tried to intimidate me like, "You ain't going to get in here." Or Rosemary all gave everybody she needed in the union. No, she don't. I'm coming. I'm coming. Y'all can't tell me what God ordained for me and set up for me. I prayed about this. You know, I'm from Memphis. I would come down here. Let me tell you, the sacrifice was bigger than everything. You know, I used to come down here. I didn't even have a car. I was jumping on the bus, doing everything to get down here. You know, I was living in Memphis, traveling here, trying to get on the game. You know what I'm saying? Then my grandma said, "Just take this car." I took a regular ass car. I drove down there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't give a fuck. I pulled up. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? But the sacrifice was big. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking to Tanya was doing a class. She had me call in and talk to some of her students, and there's a lot of people that just are frustrated with the process of trying to work. You know, and I try to tell them that it's that frustration will never go away. Because I told them, I said, I felt a certain way when y'all were shooting Coming to America, and all my friends was like, "Yeah, we're on the set of Coming to America." I was like, "Where's 300 hairstylists there? Ain't nobody called me and asked me to come over to Coming to America." Or even when Black Panther was shooting. It was a trillion hairstyles in Black Panther. I was like, but no, I said, you will always feel like you will always be frustrated because so many things happen and people don't call you. But you can't let that stress you out. You know, I wasn't, and I've been doing film for 5 years. Okay. And just got in the union last year. So you work without being in the union. It's just the union helps. Well, you think the union is a better packaging.
Yeah. But you know, what a lot of people don't know is that, like, when I was in the union, I was getting the same benefits they was getting. I've been in the union, you know.
Me too.
I was getting health care. I was getting insurance. I was getting, annuities. You know, it didn't stop me. But there will be people on your path, right? So God put these people in your way, right? So anything you want in life, you pray for it, right? And as you're on your journey, God started lining people up. They won't always be with you, but there's people that help you to the next level, right? There are going to be some people, some roadblocks. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let that stop you, because you and me know that once you get into this business, it can be very lucrative.
Yes.
So what happens is people start making these checks, and all of a sudden they balling like the damn actor. The actor go get a Chanel purse, then they go get one too. No, we ain't got that kind of money. You know, they getting $50,000, $60,000 per episode. It takes 7 days to shoot an episode on most shows. So to me, that means they're making $50,000 a week. We don't make that.
No.
So sometimes you got to put your money back and spend lightly, because, like, if I'm on this show for 3 or 4 months, really, I can sustain for the rest of the year if I needed to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But people get in this business and all of a sudden they balling crazy. Put your fucking money back, because Otherwise, you're gonna be slaves to these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, please call me, please call me. I'm gonna call you, and they see your number, they see your name, they ain't gonna call.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to set it up before it can make sense to you. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It got to make sense to you. Ain't nobody working just about no Birkin bag. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or just to pay every bill in the fucking house. You know, we got to start saving our money so we can sit down on a Corona. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good.
And be okay.
Like, I'm sitting there. Okay, Corona, how long you gonna stay? Just don't stay too long, bitch.
Right.
Go on.
See, that's why, you know what, Trent, this is why I text you and said I need to talk to you, because I know that we can have a conversation without dancing around the issue.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's just talk about it. Let's say what it is, and I know you will give me the real answer when it comes down.
Absolutely. This is a lot of people know this is such a tough business we're in, Derek, but it's still doable, but it's such a tough business, you know, because here go the thing I had to learn. Let me tell you what I had to learn on set. I had to learn to shut the fuck up. You get what I'm saying? Because even if I felt like I was right, I was only seeing it from my point of view. I wasn't seeing it from a department head's point of view, because I hadn't department headed a whole bunch of shows. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of times you don't know what people, and here's what mess up a lot of people coming into the business. Even like right now, it's that entitlement. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been on sets, Derek, you've been on sets where we were better than everybody in the trailer. We wasn't getting paid like that, though. Or we weren't getting treated like that, right? So I don't know how many years that person put in the business to get to where they are. All I'm doing is looking at right now. So a lot of times I felt like I should be further than what I was. You know, like, I should be key. I should be department head on shows that I didn't know what the fuck I was doing for real. Hadn't they turned me loose? You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times when we go into these places, it's good to just sit back and observe, ask questions, learn what you need to learn, shut the fuck up, go home and vent to your people, call somebody on your way home, but just shut up, get through the day so that you can work again. Because like I said, the most important thing is relationships. No one likes you. No one wants to work with you. Then you're not going to work. You know, like, I see a lot of people not talented in this business who stuck in the way they did stuff in the 80s and the 90s. You know what I'm saying? But still work. They got these relationships with these producers. They got these relationships with everybody. They bounce from one show to the next show. Meanwhile, they making $300,000 and $400,000 a year, and you get on set and no one wants to work with you. You making what? Nothing. So a lot of times you got to sit back and allow yourself to be in that moment, to learn everything you need to learn. Because as much as I thought I knew in this business, I still got more to learn. And I've been going for about 10 years now in the business. You know what I'm saying? I still got more to learn. So, and I want to get up to that level where my name is the name that they call when they want to hire somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that we have the power, like people like us who just get into business. You know, I think we have the power to bridge some gaps that people have left open for too long. You know what I'm saying? The way we treat each other, for one. I hate the way we treat each other. You know, I hate when one thing happens on set with somebody, we throw them away forever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I could never work with them again. Why not? Why not?
Let this be a teaching lesson. Tell them what they did wrong.
Teaching lesson. And then if they get to a point where they're unteachable and you just can't get it, then I understand. But we got to work hard to bridge gaps in this business. It's disheartening for me, because I felt like they nailed me to the cross, like, coming into this business. You know, it was as soon as they saw me draw their eyebrow and put their concealer under, it's, oh, he a problem. He a problem. He's gonna cause problems around here. They're not gonna want me to do their makeup. And this is coming from department heads who's making double what I was making. You know what I'm saying? But they kept their foot on my neck so that I wouldn't move further. You know, and I couldn't understand it then, because I was younger then, and I was coming into a world where I didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? And now, as I look back in hindsight, you know, I could have handled things a little differently, but I'm glad I stood up for myself in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because You know, one thing you got to be careful with too. Like when every show I go on, the actors absolutely love me.
Right.
Every show I go on, a lot of department heads don't smile that kindly to that. They think that you're trying to be the star. They think you're trying to. I'm in the service business. I can't try to be a star. You know what I'm saying? I'm servicing them. You know what I'm saying? When they call last looks, I'm running in there, putting lipstick or new blush or powder on them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the service industry, but they'll look at you like, "Oh, you think you too much? I can't bring him back." You know, it's a shady business, man. And only the strongest survive this thing. You know.
So I like for my when our department had things like my key, I work with the same key because first of all I love him to death, and he is that person. He's like you. The actors love them. The actors love being around him. He knows how to make them feel good. I appreciate that as a department head because that makes my job a whole lot damn easier. I'm like, you deal with his ass. Please, you deal with these girls. You deal with these girls while I go over here, you handle this. You know?
You can have it.
So, now I know you, so you've worked on a lot of sets. How do you handle situations when you're in a trailer and guys, when we're working in a trailer, trailers are not always hunky-dory. Everybody's not always likable in the trailer. So I know you've been in trailers where hair is not talking to makeup, makeup not talking to hair, or the vanities is. So how do you function in that situation from a department head standpoint and from a key standpoint?
I talk to all the ass. I'm not gonna sit it. Listen, Derek. I'm not gonna sit in a fucking trailer and be on mute. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, I've been on trailers where my department head has told me not to talk to her. Don't sit next to her. Okay, I won't sit next to him. But we got lunch. We got early morning when we come in. We go to breakfast together. We talking. We gonna kiki. You understand what I'm saying? So, and it's so petty. It's so petty sometimes because I've seen hair and makeup divided. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't with that division shit. No, let's talk. Because let me tell you something. You don't know where your next job coming from, Derek. Hair people have gotten me so many jobs. You know what I'm saying? Not just makeup people. Makeup people shady sometimes. They don't call your name out. Don't call Trent. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have anything against anybody. I can sit the table with my enemy. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck your enemy gonna do to you. I can sit there with them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't take it personal. One thing, business is never personal. This is a business we in. I'm not coming to work every day to be personal like that. I'm gonna have fun. I mean, you saw me on Born Again. I like to have fun.
Tell you, I'm about to go to that. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, Trent, you came up on that show. Like you made it very clear. Like you showed me on that show how to take control of a situation and stand up for who you are, stand up for your actor, and say this is what we're not gonna do.
Right.
And you know, and if you want me to stay here, make it worth me staying here. And I was like, yes, Trent, you better tell these people.
I'll have to tell them.
I'm not going to deal with this.
They're like, no. Now they got that girl on the Housewives. Get her ass off of there.
but it was very. I was like, so this is how y'all handle stuff. Like, cause even when I worked with Keetrick on Bigger, Keetrick taught me something. But Keetrick was like, no, we're not doing this. And I was like, what? You can tell them that? Yes. No. This is not how we function. This is not what I'm used to. So you're gonna bring this up to my level, or I can't be here.
That's right. And that goes what I was saying. Like when we come to these sets, a lot of times we want to be in certain positions and we're not fully equipped to get to the position, but we're not above learning. You get what I'm saying? So once you learn the protocol and once you learn how things work and operate, then you can go against the grain. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes production only want what they want. You know what I'm saying? And their job is to get to it any kind of way they can get to it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know, oh no, my people can't work past this time. Or, you know, they need a 9-hour turnaround. You can't bring them in at this time. You know, you got to read your call sheets, learn your call sheets. Like, you got to learn everything because they tell you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? And I saw you with Scotty yesterday. You said, you read, I didn't know it was a note right here. Yeah. It's a note right there. It said, if you need tears today, you know that girl gonna be crying today. You know, such and such need a red lip. We gotta have that red lip on deck. You know, So it's all about learning that call sheet and learning protocol, learning how things operate. You know what I'm saying? That's what I failed to do when I first come in. Because to me, when I first came, it was all about the makeup. Oh, I'm finna beat this bitch like a Picasso. You know, like, or everybody to marvel at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Trent, you had did that. As I'm grinning big as I can, but I didn't know the business.
Mm-hmm.
So I did myself a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
I've been knowing how to paint. You know what I'm saying? So I when I learned the business, it made more sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Because once you learn the business, you understand that knowing how to paint don't even matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because every character don't need that paint.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need it. And then it's you too as a person. You have to gel with these people. Mm-hmm. You know, you have a difficult actor sometimes. I've had actors where I've had to actually sit down in front of them and hold them down and sit them down, like talk them off the ledge to do their makeup. You know what I'm saying? Because they were having such a bad day. They crying, can't get themselves together. I won't dare tell y'all who that was. So don't you know, having meltdowns and all of this stuff. And production don't care about that. You know what production care about?
What time?
Don't hold up their camera. Get them to set. So you have to be more than a makeup artist or a hairstylist. I've been this girl tried to get me fired off a show one time. And my actor went and told the UP, I'm like, hey, he can't go nowhere. Y'all know what he do more than just my makeup. This man taught me off the ledge every day. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what people don't understand. You got to have good energy. Energy is everything. You know what I'm saying? People, your energy meets you before anything. You know what I'm saying? Like when we worked on Born Again, I haven't really hung around you like that. When you came right in and you was nice to people. We always looked at you, Derek, as this big entity anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like even when you come into the game, like a lot of hairstylists probably look at you like, Derek don't need to be over here. He got all these
that's
people.
What happened?
Yeah, he got all these people. But see, people don't know our life like they just look at the pictures. You know, they look at you filming a scene with the housewives, you twirling her hair with them. Oh, he don't need to be over here. He already got his thing. You don't know my story. You know what I'm saying? Get out of my face. I'm finna work over here too. Where I can get some insurance and I can get some retirement and all this.
Do I get a little steady check, a little something, child?
You know what's coming.
That's the thing that I just really wish, like I said, was just more cohesive. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I get it. You know, everybody, and I will say this: I worked I finally broke down and paid them all that damn money. Because let me tell y'all, getting the union costs $3,500.
Yes, it does.
and it's a process. You know, so I finally said, let me do it. And hell, I worked less now that I was in the union than I did when I went in the goddamn union.
But that's okay. You made strides, though. Let me tell you something. You got a personality. So as you have been alone this way, you met people, right? You would be surprised who call you for a job. You would be so surprised. It'll be somebody you just kicking the shit with or just saying that person was a damn producer or the assistant to the producer, and now they calling you for something. So what you've done is you planted your seeds along the way. Your work. I mean, but things are going to change a little bit now with this COVID going on. Right to live, they count in your pockets. I think they're trying to redo the way they do shows for a minute. Like I was reading an article where they were talking about opening up a set and they're not having as many backgrounds. You know, so that knocks out a job for a lot of people because, like on Coming to America too, some days we had 400 background or more. You know what I'm saying? So what they gonna do in times like that? You know, but things are gonna change a little bit for right now, I think. But
you know what, my friend, like we was all when COVID hit, we had to stop. We all were sad about it. Yeah. But my friend Yancey Edwards in New York, Yancey said to me, he said, Derek, what you don't understand what just happened is that we all on an even playing field now. All that department head, key, third, background, none of that shit matter right now. Everybody on the same. So when the gates open back up, we all the same starting line.
That's right. That's
so the thing is that what are we doing right now? What are we doing right now while we're down to prepare us when it's time to start again? To be ready to jump out the gate and be correct. You know, so like you said, a lot of things are gonna change, and this is why I want to have these type of conversations because there's a lot of people that watch these, and they don't know how to get into the union. They don't know what it's about. They think that being on set is everything. Like, oh my God, I love for you to be on, like, you know, And when a lot of people that know me, that has worked with me on set, I've heard they were like, well, people don't like to hire you because you don't be at work. I said, no, sweetie, I do be at work. I just do my work. I just don't to me, it doesn't make sense if I have a whole crew for me to sit here and watch a bitch on camera all goddamn day. That's what I pay people here for. That just don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But I'm out making sure our next day is correct.
Right.
You can't, it's
an
an department head.
Running it. Yeah.
But it's a department head. There's so much stuff you have to do that you can't do sitting on set.
That's right.
You just can't. So, what advice would you give a makeup artist that want to go to that next level?
And when you say next level, do you mean union?
Well, not even union. Just because the union, because it's just the next level in general. Because I know it's a makeup artist that might just be at MAC that just say they want to start doing celebrities, or it might be the makeup artist that's just still in school that just want to go work at MAC. It's like, what are these like what's whatever their next level is as a makeup artist? What advice would you give them?
Well, first of all, you got to have next level thoughts. Okay.
Mm.
So always say what you speak is what comes to your life. Everything that I've ever spoken in my life has come. Let me tell you a quick story.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. Do you know who Derek Rutledge is?
Yes.
He does Oprah, right?
Yep.
Phenomenal makeup artist. I remember hitting him up back in when Facebook just started, or around the time. I don't know if it was Facebook or MySpace. I remember hitting him up. He was doing Yolanda Adams, Shaka Khan, CeCe Winans at the time. I was gonna say BB. I know BB don't wear no beat, but who knows? But I remember hitting him up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "How do you get to where you are?" I said, I'm an up and coming makeup artist, and I want to be on the level you are." And he said something to me. He said, "Well, let me tell you this." He said, "All you got to do is pray, and God will light your path, and He'll take you exactly where you need to be." That's not what I want to hear at the time, because in our head, when you ask a question like that, that means, where can I go to start working, doing the stuff you're doing? But no truer words ever. You know what I'm saying? He had told me. So I started praying. I started putting that in motion and stuff. And then one day, I started doing Yolanda Adams. Shit, I did CeCe Winans on the show before. You know, you just have to speak what it is you want in life and start putting it in motion. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. What can you not do? But it's no secret door you walk through. You know, as Jennifer Lewis said, if the elevator to success is broke, take the fucking stairs. That's true. It may take you longer to get to where you got to go, but just keep doing it. You're going to get there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get there. You know, your journey may not be my journey. You may start a YouTube channel and get millions of followers and make way more than I can even imagine. You know what I'm saying? Half these people on YouTube don't even do celebrities.
They just do that. They don't do other part. They just do themselves.
They do themselves. And they make all this money. They send them all this product and they send them all these checks. And they only do themselves. And they couldn't even really do nobody else's makeup if they tried. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has a different lane. I can't want what you want. I can want to, you know, be a part of what it is that you're doing. But it may not be for me. Like, I brought somebody in one time to be on set who wanted to be on set so bad, and all they was doing was ready to go. You know, I'm ready to go. What time are we getting out of here? Even on Coming to America too, and I brought some of the people in who don't really do that kind of work, they didn't understand sitting around all day long looking at that camera. That girl said, "Well, I'm ready to go." Baby, it don't work like that. It don't work like, you know what I'm saying?
This ain't a do or go, baby.
He said, "I'm ready to go. What time are we getting off? Who knows?" And you know, anybody who know us in this business, we only know what time we're going in. We don't know what time we're getting off.
We're leaving now.
Them directors got long wind. They can go forever. You know what I'm saying? They can just go forever and ever, and you be like, "Oh God, we
it's two things we know, Trent. We know what time we're going in. We know what time lunch is.
Listen, and that's another thing. Baby, this industry would give you some pounds you didn't even think about. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they got all the food you can ever think of. Snacks all day long. Child, listen.
So, one last question, because they cut this thing off at an hour. What do you contribute to you being able to be in the industry for so long?
I live by this thing, Derek, where I treat people like I want to be treated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how no one does me, I don't return it to them. You know, I treat them like I want to be treated, and that goes a long way. I'm true to myself, number one. I'm not gonna let nobody just come in and just do anything to me, you know. But I try to do good work every time. If I touch you, I'm trying to do my very. I read a book a long time ago by Russell Simmons, and one of the things he said is the 12 steps to success. One thing that stood out to me was never less than your best.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I go into a project, what I do is I try to do my best every time I step on set.
Mm-hmm.
And it has kept me, it has sustained me. I've had actors who request me for different things. I've had people who just love me in this business, and that's a blessing because everybody doesn't have that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be true to yourself. You got to do an amazing job every time. No one wants to hear you complain. Yes, the hours are long. Yes, it's time consuming. Everything you can think of. Yeah, the department heads may be hard. No one wants to hear you complain. Get in that shit, knock it out, do your best. You'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
What can they do?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do? And you got to stay prayed up on these sets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, you got to stay prayed up because once I just had on Star, I just did Star. I had the worst, and I hope she on here looking. I had the worst department head known to mankind. This person was not just bad, but she was the worst human being I ever met in my life. And they had listen, child, listen. They said she do voodoo with every goddamn thing, right? Hi, Tamara. They say she do voodoo and everything. So I'm walking past her. Me, her, you know, she just made it hard to get along with. And we in the crafter trailer one day, and we walking out. Child got my little food, you know, because all we do is eat on set, right?
Mm-hmm.
Child, she walked past me and did a grin on me. Derek, my knees buckled. I couldn't even walk no more, child. I fell down to my knees. Listen, hey, Megan, you remember Ariane? Honey, I couldn't even walk no more. I fell down to my knee. I said, this bitch done cast a spell on me. I asked every fucking witch doctor I knew. I said, listen, what the fuck? But this was the worst lady I had ever met in my life. And you will meet people, no matter how good of a person you are, you will meet these people who are just the worst human beings in the world. But you got to get through it. You got to stay prayed up. You can't take on too much in your psyche. You know what I'm saying? And you can't let them cast spells on you. Because, child, I was scared. I said, I need to quit. Because I don't want this woman to have me flying in the trailer and shit, you know? Derek, we got time for one more question, Derek. We got 6 minutes.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
But Derek, I never experienced nothing like this. Listen, I'm telling you, my legs locked up and I fell down to my knees. I said, and I dropped everything I had all my food was gone. I said, I don't even want to eat now. Knees was bloody, coming all through my pants. I said, this bitch cast a spell on me.
So now, are you? I mean, I know you answered this question more, but I mean, this is in the question form. Are you forever learning? Are you willing to? Are you a palatable person? Are you a person? Do you ever feel that you know everything?
No, I got to learn. I don't know shit. And the more I learn, the more I realize I didn't know shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The more I learn, like this last project, I keep talking about Come to America 2. It was such a great project. I worked as close as I could with my department head. Her name is Merce. I learned some shit. It sure will, evident. It will go down to history. I learned some shit from her, working that close to her that I didn't even know in the business. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that'll take me even further as I go along. So you always learning. You got to keep your mind open to learn, and everything like that. And you can't never think you know enough. I learned from my actors. When I was doing Brandon taught me how to do her makeup. You know what I'm saying? And I was happy to learn because she worked with so many great people. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, Trent, I do this, I do, and she would bring a bag of shit in there, and I'm using it. I'm using whatever. You know, I was never saying, oh, I know what I'm doing. I got this. No, let me see what you got. You know what I'm saying? Because you know she has a special face. You know what I'm saying? I know she knows what she like. Let me learn that shit too. I'm never above learning. Never. Because if the day you stop learning is the day you die. It's the day you die. Ariane, that shit was funny. I don't know if Ariel was with me that day or not. It was funny, man.
Have you worked on a period piece before?
I worked on what's that movie with Taraji? About her and this lady sending people to space.
Yeah.
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures, yes.
I worked on that movie.
So what was the process of just trying to just prepare for that, considering that you're going back in time now?
Well, you definitely got to do your homework. You definitely got to Google this show and be your best friend. So I Googled a lot of stuff. And then when I got there, the department, if you got a good enough department head, they'll give you great direction. You know, just bring you in, they'll give you direction. I prefer a period piece. It was so easy. Like back then, this was set in 1959. The women didn't wear a lot of makeup. You know, they probably took their lipstick and popped it on their cheek and on their lip. It wasn't bold, you know. And even when you go back and look at that movie, I think that Taraji was a little out of period because she had the liquid lipstick on that they do, and it was so full and so strong. They wasn't wearing a lip that strong back then. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't gonna tell her makeup artist. They weren't gonna let me have it on it. You have to watch it when you say it. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Now, who the fuck are you? You know? So sometimes you got to watch what you say and how you say it. But it was out of period a little bit. But I like period. Do you like period pieces?
I do. It's stressful because I don't get to work on bigger budget. I mean, I don't have my budget is very minuscule compared to the budget y'all work on.
But that's okay. That's okay. It's still the same job.
But yeah, it's the same. But it's the same job, but a whole lot harder because we ain't got no money to get the shit we need.
Be looking like that Tyler Perry movie,
right? But you know what? The crazy thing about it. Now let me tell you something. The thing that I appreciate. Yes, it was a mess. But what I appreciate about Tyler is that Tyler, like, it was a mess, but I didn't really care about that. I'm caring about just getting the shit done. But it's a different story when you have producers that want you to produce, but don't give you the tools to produce. You know what I'm saying? They want you to give you this look.
So hold on, Derek. You like that shit Tyler did on that? No, don't say that. Tyler, if you listening, we hated it.
No, I didn't say I liked it.
But listen, that speaks to us because they're not gonna say Tyler Perry fucked up. They're gonna go say who did their hair, and if their name on it, then they're gonna read you. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. But the thing is that when they asked, you saw the interview when they asked about it, he's like, I don't give a care about no hair. You know, I just want to get the shot. Which what I'm saying is that no, it was bad. Don't get me wrong. It was bad. Right, it was bad. But it was bad. But what I'm saying is that it's one thing for you when you work with the producer or the director and they don't give a damn. Right. You know, so you can do what you want to do. But when you work with a producer and a director that have a certain look in mind, but they don't give you the tools to do it. Right, you know, we did Rosa Parks. We did the Rosa Parks story behind the movement on an $800 budget. A period fucking piece on an $800 budget.
What did y'all put at the back of the bus?
So how I was able to pull off 1950s and 60s looks on $800 is
right, Victor. There ain't no respect to our craft. People,
no, it's not. It's not. They don't
want. You know what you don't have time to do to go explain to them. Oh, I didn't have but an $800 budget. Oh, everybody, you can't explain that. So sometimes you got to watch the projects you take, and if you're gonna take it, never less than your best. So I go in my own fucking pocket to make sure it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't been reading me.
Well, you know, we come from a different world. You know, we can know, and I know how to stunt something. Now I can make it work. You know, but the thing is that what, like Tanya said on Monday, she said once you show them that you can make it happen, then they want you to continue to keep making it happen. And it's like, now wait a minute, now y'all really trying it now. Y'all are trying it. So like, that's
when you sit in their office and cross your leg and don't move till they up the budget.
And you know who taught me that? Keytrick.
Yeah.
Keytrick.
They got the money. Well, some of their jobs are only to conserve the budget. Don't do it on my time. I might be trying to win a fucking Emmy or a fucking Oscar. You can't even win a plastic fork with that shit they had on Tyler Perry.
Wait. So I do got a question for you. Okay. So you work with celebrities. Yeah. So have you had, it's a two-part question, because a timer come up when it's telling me, but it ain't came up yet, so we good.
Okay.
So the two-part question. If have you did something with a celebrity, whether it's a red carpet or something, and you like, this is fire. I got you. We got you. We got you. We got you. She hit the carpet. It come back. People hate it. Or vice versa, where you just kind of like, we were rushing. We just had to get it done. And they get out there and they're like, everyone like, this is the best she's ever looked. You like, really? So have you had those instances?
Well, let me tell you something. Again, never less than your best.
Mm-hmm.
I show up early. When somebody tell me I got a job, I ain't dressing up because I don't even like buying dress-up clothes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming any kind of fucking way. It's no longer about me. It's all about them because I'm hired help. People think we're celebrities in this world. I'm fucking hired help, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just ain't going to tote they fucking bag. Listen, I show up early. I do what I need to do, and I make sure that they look great when they go to the car. Now, sometimes for me, because I'm hard on myself, it never looks good enough for me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I always see something that I could change, and I can't wait till the next time, if there is a next time, to change something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what I have a problem with meeting people is, like, the first time I do them is never my best beat. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But they give me a couple of times, I'm going to really knock it out the park. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the beat be nice, but I really need a couple of times on that face. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's what it is for me. I ain't never had no feedback where I didn't like it or they read it to death. I ain't did a whole bunch of motherfuckers for real. No way, no red cup.
You know, I feel like that too. I hate when I do an interview. They're like, so who are some of your celebrity clients? I'm like, I ain't really did that many people, y'all.
Yeah.
I like to just chill out.
Like I'm Sam Fine or some shit. Like I got Queen Latifah or some shit. And Matty Mouse Clark or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them people. But, you know, I'm blessed to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm in that moment. It's that moment for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm so into that moment where I have to make it the best moment I can make it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was with Yolanda Adams for the Super Bowl, we did the Super Bowl golf show. We flew to Huntsville, did something else. We came back and did the Star Spangled, not the Star Spangled, but America the Beautiful. You know, we kept coming up with looks. Look, she'll send us what she's wearing. She know exactly what she want to look like. She let me do my thing. If I take too long, she get the hell up. Like, you know, it looks good, baby. You know, because I'm very tedious. I go over some stuff too many times sometimes. And, you know, that's just me. You know, but I really make sure I'm committed to the bit. I'm committed. You know what I'm saying? So I look raggedy as fuck. I'll be like this. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm there to work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go dress up. I'm not gonna put on those nice church. None of that. I'm there for my business. I got to make sure this works. You know what I'm saying? Because you only as good as your last job. Yes. And I think I need to say that for the people in the back. You're only as good as your last job. So somebody can say, well, Trent, you work with Beyonce today. She ain't called me back no more, though. You know what I'm saying? I made one check of her. And I'm supposed to be rich now? No. I got to keep going. I got to keep on. That's why I really want to do a YouTube channel, because I want to. And you need what Trent. Once we get off of here, you need to go on there and do your name and do everything you need to do and sign up for, because you do need one. And we got to get back on here next week. Like me and you, we have to get back on here next week. Let's do it. A whole new set of questions, a whole new set of moments, because this was a moment. Like we need to do this more often. Let's do it. And I'll still be in Paris. I mean, but you might be in Rome somewhere after that. I mean, I don't know. Hey Lisa, how you doing? So listen, if you guys do not follow Trent, follow him right now. Make sure y'all follow me at Makeup Surgeon. What's wrong with y'all for not following me? What's wrong with your followers? They about to start following you right now. So follow him right now. Listen, I better see some followers coming up. Yeah, so make his hearts like, I mean, not the hearts. I don't know. Follow him. Follow Trent. I'm gonna have this up. Trent, thank you so much. My 1 minute warning just popped up. Okay. Thank you, and I will see you next week because we're doing this again. We got to do it again, Derek. I appreciate it, man. Don't worry. I'll talk to you later. I love you too, Victor. Love you. Bye. Bye. Oh, now these are once again the conversations I love to have. It's just fun and just vibrant and just
having, and just also just speaking the truth, because that's what it's all about, just speaking the truth. So that was my show for today. Tomorrow I will have Camille Friend on tomorrow, and we're gonna be talking hair, her roles in productions, how she got to where she got to, and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow, 5:00. Oh, his IG is the Makeup Surgeon. When I repost it, I'll make sure I'll put a thing up for him. Oh, just go to my page and just follow. All right, thank you guys. I'll talk to y'all later.